Ah, lovely to start with a bit of Bloodborne. Hello! Hello, and welcome to whatever's left of Bendy and the Ink Machine, followed by doodling. That's what the day's going to be today. Hello, it's a chib. There's a chib right there, with 3 hellos. Fresh and ready out of the door. How are we doing? Are we alright? You good? Life grand? Let me get sound up. There's some sound. Let me get that up in such a way that it isn't just a blank screen for a second. Yeah, look at that. Professional. Yeah, so yesterday, when we played this, a lot happened, none of which really made sense. You're alright, you spent the entire day procrastinating. I spent the entire weekend doing a project that is completely pointless. Came out of nowhere, probably never do anything with it again. Hey, whatever. What are you gonna do? Yeah, so last time, we did a lot of errands for Angel. She then dropped us down a lift, stole Boris. We went through an abandoned theme park underground. Turns out the architect of that theme park, his soul was still there stuck in a carousel, so we had to kill that. We then had to fight Mecha Boris. Yeah, she then killed Boris and put him in a machine, and we had to fight that. Then after we killed that, so we've lost Boris, unfortunately. But after we killed that, Angel came up, tried to stab us with a knife. She got stabbed with a knife through her chest by another Angel and another Boris, who isn't called Boris. I think he's called Tom or something. I don't know. This Boris isn't nice. Well, it wasn't nice. He left us for dead, trapped in a room. But we got out, and then he saved us with an axe, and gave us an axe. But we also found a mirror that allows us to see hidden messages. And it turns out that the person, like these creatures were made by the company via the ink machine from video reel. But they needed souls to put in them, and I think they took the souls of the employees. This game is just I don't even know what's happening at this point. That was 2 hours of gameplay. Anyway. Let's see where this goes. We're in the office, we're in the admin department now. This all seems good and fun. I know. Every chapter is a different game. So I think we're quite near the end, which is why I decided to do it during the creative stream. We're going to be doodling some good Boris afterwards, however long this takes. Bendy and the Ink Machine is not responding. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we're here. In the administration department. And over here are some unfriendly fellows, and we don't have a weapon. I think that's what they mean when they say you've got to put your soul into your art. Oh yeah, yeah. This is our magical mirror. Occasionally it shows us things, but I have to stand still to use it. Yeah, there's loads of these guys just sort of walking around. There's a hidey place in here, if I remember correctly. It doesn't matter if they see you running into the hidey place, they will forget you're there. I think I'm looking for a weapon. What I'm actually looking for is pipes, but there's a machine over there that will allow me to get pipes from ink. No object permanence whatsoever. See? Oh. Yeah, that's great. Can I get through? No, okay. Final hide. Oh yeah, we've met these happy fellows. These are I believe I described them as the 3 stooges of the game, of the world, as it were. Oh, they are very confused at the moment. Yep, okay, fair enough. What's in here? Not a lot, just a shortcut. Or more accurately. Sudden violins scare you more than happy fellas. Welcome to the world of jump scares, where sound really does more than anything else. This is a dead end. I've been here before. Oh, no. Object permanence is working. Or the lack thereof, I guess. Gets very dark when I look through there, doesn't it? Ooh, the light. Anything? I hate it. I'm looking for a weapon. Flashing lights. Lots of flashing lights in this game, turns out. Still don't think I've seen a warning for one. Ah, here we are. It's the office of Joey Drew. Ha! Wonderful. I got ink! Hello. Okay. I don't know why I spawned there. So I found some ink, which is nice. I can put it into this infinite ink machine and make pipes. What pipes do I need? It's a miss! How's the ink machine going? Weird. Were you here yesterday? I can't remember. Yeah, weird. Unfortunately not. Okay, quick recap. Actually, were you here for the first part? Yes, you were here for the first part. Thank you. Oh, okay, he's where's the thing? Here it is. So this is Bendy. It's around here somewhere. While I'm in here, let's explain. You show VOD, fair enough. Basic gist of it, we had a friend in Boris. We did some fetch quests for Angel, the voice actress for the character Angel, but she sort of became Angel, sort of, by stealing bits from other homunculi. We did some fetch quests for her. She dropped us down a lift and then stole Boris because she wanted his parts. What then? Oh yeah, we then went through haunted carnival theme park place. Which it turns out it was haunted by the spirit of the person who made it. Oh, hey, we're here. Flashing lights, lots and lots of flashing lights. Go away, go away, go away, go away.
I know how much this part means to you, Susie. Alice means a lot to me, too. Gosh, all of my characters. In fact, I'll let you in on a little secret. I just really believe my characters are more than just drawings. They're alive. They're part of us. And I want people to know them as well as I do. I want people to be able to shake their hands, spend an afternoon with them, love them. Susie, I'll be straight. I'm putting together a small project, a little ceremony. Winners, a lot of dreams will come true. And I want you to be a part of it. I want you to bring Alice to life once again. What do you say?
Yeah, so that didn't end well for her. Anyway, so she stole Boris. We fought... Oh, excuse me. We fought Spirit of Theme Park Creator in a haunted carousel. We then fought Boris, because it turns out that she'd ripped out his body parts, stuck him in a big metal exoskeleton, and then he fought us, and it wasn't very pleasant. But when we did that... He's dead. When we did that... Oh, excuse me. Trying to explain. Angel came out and tried to kill us with a knife. She got stabbed through the chest by another Angel and another Boris. This Boris isn't very nice, but this Angel is kind of nice, I guess. They saved us, but then they put us in prison, and then they gave me a magic mirror and then I broke out. And there's a whole civilization living down here, apparently, of homunculi, because the ink machine can take film and turn it into homunculi without souls. But in order to get the souls, the head of the company apparently puts the souls of the employees in the bodies. That's the gist of what's happening here. Ooh, soup. What is that? So yeah, bad things are happening. I'm dead. How low are our standards for Angel's niceness? She gave us food. She gave us bacon soup. She also, when I hold up the magic mirror, she does have a halo. Which she doesn't in real life, but... Oh, did that go? No. Gotta do this without dying. A weapon would be great. It's a ragdoll, hello. She didn't turn Boris into a monster. I mean, her Boris is already a monster. Because the food that Angel gave us, he threw it on the floor. Right, I thought there would be something in that office, turns out not. So I don't really know where I'm going. Apparently I'm supposed to find the missing pipes. Again, my assumption is just I need to get ink. To make it from the magical machines that make everything out of ink. Back in here. Oh, no. Because yes, there are magical machines that make things out of ink. Nope, this is a shortcut. 2 here. Guess I have to do have to check these rooms in case I miss something. Fine. Whoops, wrong one. Goodbye. Thank you for your visit. Stop with the violin. Yeah, we were being chased by a cello before, if I remember correctly. Oh no, there was a boat segment. I forgot about that. There was a boat segment on a river of ink. That wasn't amazing. It was basically Five Nights at Freddy's in fundamental mechanics. Anything in the bin? Oh. Let's try and do a little more. Right. Lots of flashing lights. Sorry about that. That happens. Oh, come on. Grab the ink. Bunch of stuff over here. Obligatory water level, yes. You didn't see anything. You hate things chasing us. You won't like the water level then. There were things in the water. Is there anything in here that's magic glass? I don't remember. Don't think there is. Okay, let's bank this. We're going to play it relatively safe, by which I mean I can run to an exit. If needs be. Un peep. Un peep that I can't pick up. Well, alright then. Let's explore some more. We've been in there, we've listened to that. There's the cleaning guy, I think his name is Wally. He's good. We haven't met him, but he keeps popping up in audio tapes. Saying, I'm out of here. They don't listen to me, I'm out of here. His catchphrase. Forget about it. I think I've listened to that. There are a few things. Is there anything here now? With the flashing lights. Ooh.
Listen, Tommy, I know you boys over at Gent are doing your best, but I'm paying for living attractions.
Oh, here's the soul thing.
Abominations. Whatever that grinning thing was I saw wandering around your office, you better keep it alive.
Oh, Bendy was the first attempt.
It was the first attempt, but imagine if the press caught sight of it. Might scare off investors. And in response to your previous memo, if you claim that your failures are because these things are soulless, then damn it, we'll give them a soul. After all, I own thousands of them.
Yeah, Gent is the company that makes a lot of the equipment. I think they made the ink machine. Oh, wrong button. The run button is right next to the stand still and use mirror button. Which is helpful. Thought it was a misspelled sign for the loot. Yeah, I keep seeing it around. Oh, that's the way I want to go. It's in there. Yeah, we've had a lot of weapons. We had a plunger, had a wrench, some pipes, a syringe. And now we got bugger all. Give me an weapon. Guess you pressed the wrong button. No lady, only Gent. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm in the box. No, only one Gent can be in this bathroom at the same time. I think you'll find it's pronounced GIF. Yeah, there we go. I don't remember that room. Must be something over here, surely. Hello. You haven't got a weapon, have you? Have this plank of wood? Oh, do I just have to keep going back here? Edge, is there anything in here that's worth having a look at? Ooh. Who is the man behind the monster? Well, that was very illuminating. Hello, kiddo! How you doing? Ooh. Soup! I was getting soup. Okay, I think I just have to keep going back there and getting more ink. Just got home for the Alzheimer's walk. Might fall asleep. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a grand old time and well done. The member of the violin and the creature don't wait for soup. Well, they should. Everyone should wait for soup. Proof of the soup is in the supping. Probably need one of those. Wibbly wibbly. Alright. See if we can get back there, grab the ink, and then run. Hi, how you doing? Excuse me. I said excuse me. Where is it? This way? No, it's not this way, but can do this. I've got this. You vastly misunderstand my abilities. Like I just forget you exist when you go in the box. It's, you know, they are simple homunculi. It's literally just this, isn't it? Well, alright then. Hey. Bye. I need like a T. There's one. E. I did make a straight one, but I didn't like it. Back we go to the magical, wonderful world of grabbing ink and coming back. Hopefully the demon doesn't show up. Because I don't think I can death warp in this place. Plodding around at the speed of brown. Yep. They're all here. The gang's all here. Yep. Your soup brings all the boys to the ink machine. Oh yeah, gotta go to the box. Quick pit stop to the box. Can I pick it up? Why aren't you letting me pick up the thing? Did I break the game again? Do you need a straight one? I need a straight one. Oh, I have one. Okay. Ah, whatever. So I can go in now. I've drained. Okay, this room was full. Now it's not. Yay! Pipes and problems. Search the vault. That'll be easy. Ooh. Any soup? The box.
Looks like whatever was here was taken long ago.
Hello, other angel, other Boris.
It pays to carry a rope. You should try it.
Oh yeah, we fell down.
I know where we have to go, but it's not going to be pleasant. The ink demon has something that we need. I'm going after him.
You want to go to his lair? Are you crazy? That's death.
That's where the trail seems to lead.
Well, it's probably close by. Probably through that door. But it won't be easy to open. I'll need 3 gears, a crowbar, some kind of counterbalance. Huh. Well, that works too. I guess.
Him angry. Thank you. Oh, we met Projector Head. Forgot about that. He was tedious, but cool. Boris angry. Boris wants soup. Stole my soup.
I wasted so much time in this chair.
Wait, hang on. Where are we? Isn't that the entrance?
Quiet. Don't make any noise.
Hello, Bendels. Autograph. Autograph repair. Autograph replace. This hasn't done much really, and I don't really know what it's supposed to do. Just magical glass. Death! Good to know! Ooh. Oh look, there's the ink machine.
Wow. I've never seen this before. I don't see any way around. Nothing to build a raft with.
We'll have to wade across.
We can't. We're not like you, Henry. If we go in there, well, a drop of water in the ocean is rarely seen again.
And I guess it's all up to me. And
Why
I
are
don't
you
even know
blurring
what I'm
it?
doing here. I don't even know why this is all happening to me.
You're here for a reason, Henry. There's always a reason.
Yeah, this turned into an RPG in the last chapter.
Even when you can't understand it. It's time. Set us free.
Enter the machine. Where's Boris? There he is. It's an Emily. Hello. How you doing? If you do another run through this game, you still have it and can see all kinds of stuff in the beginning. Do I have to jump in there? Or... Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. Why are there just chains? Really important to fence this bit of rock off. Do I just... Oh,
They could have at least given me a weapon.
would have been nice. Oh, congratulations on getting the house or the apartment thing. Can't remember precisely. Congrats! I still remember my name. Oh yeah, these guys. I think these are like employees who have been turning into things. I think. Not sure. You do? Then what's your name? Look, I'm not falling for your trick questions.
It's simply awe-inspiring what one can accomplish with their own hands. A lump of clay can turn to meaning if you strangle it with enough enthusiasm. Look what we've built. We created life itself, Henry. Not just on a silver screen, but in the hearts of those we entertain with our fancy moving pictures. But when the tickets stopped selling, when the next big thing came along, only the monsters remained. Shadows of the past. But you can save them, Henry. You can peel it all away. You see, there's only one thing Bendy has never known. He was there for his beginning, but he's never seen the
The
end.
end.
Hello. Oh, it's Dishonored. Bendy has a big hand.
Bendy has big hands.
There we go. Hello. I like your tea. Whack. Am I running? Well, that happened. What I get for trying to follow the lines on the road. Where am I? It's not how I expected this to go. I don't move very quickly. Okay, that has been pulled. Right, look both ways. safely. Open this door. Oh dear. Not even entirely sure what parts of roads and what's not. Disallowed! Sorry, I'll turn it down. Okie doke. Who's laughing now? Dunno. Oh, I thought there were two of them. I thought Angel and Boris were gonna pop up. Like, you must make a choice. This does look like a boss arena though, so that's fun. Is it us? Are we laughing? No? No. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Hayden. Well, that might be the case. Well, it worked. Oh, I just got covered in ink, I think. Oh, we're back here. Lovely. Ah, I have to insert the end. Hi. Here's your final thing. Well, I guess it makes sense that the end is the only thing that can kill a cartoon character. Bye, Bendy. Oh, look, it was all a dream. Yay. The illusion of living. Oh, we did like cubism. That's something different, isn't it? Can't remember. Yeah, Mr. Drew, I have to say it was a big surprise getting a letter from you after all these years. I'm surprised you even remembered me from back in the old days at the studio. I mostly just swept up the place. I'm doing good here in Florida. Lots of sun for me and the missus. Hope you're doing good too. Sorry to hear about the studio closing down. You all made some great little cartoons there. They was good for some laughs. Okay, gotta wrap this up. The grandkids want to hit the beach, so I'm out of here. Wally Franks. Yay, Wally did good. Dawn? Down in Bendy's domain? Yeah. My bills are overdue. I'm bankrupt. Lovely. Joey! Sorry it's been quite a while since my last letter. Been busy with work at Archgate Films. The studio ordered another sequel, so I've been spending many hours in the recording booth again. It's fun though. Tom is doing good. Thanks for asking. He's always tinkering on something. Mostly he's still upset about someone stealing one of his dusty inventions from your old studio. He'll get over it. Have a good new year, Joey. I'll send you another recipe soon. Warm regards, Alison Connor. Phil 203. I remember that part of the Bible. Ooh. Blam.
Henry,
Hello.
so soon. I didn't expect you for another hour yet. Now you're just trying to impress me. But I know. You have questions. You always do.
Do you have a
The
bendy
only
face?
important question is this. Who are we, Henry? I thought I knew who I was. But the success starved me. Nothing left but lines on a page. In the end, we followed two different roads of our own making. You, a lovely family. Me, a crooked empire.
Like the
My
clock.
road burned. I let our creations become my life. The truth is, you were always so good at pushing, old friend. Pushing me to do the right thing. You should have pushed a little harder. Henry, come visit the old workshop. There's something I need to show you.
All right, Joey. I'm here. Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
What? We'll say, the Meatly. Good voice actor. Time loop? I don't know. Still don't know what's going on with them. Wait, hang on, that one. Jacksepticeye. You sin folks think it's purgatory? Lots of fun theories about. But what? Congratulations on your success, your best pal, Henry Stein.
Tell me another one, Uncle Joey.
I mean, theoretically you can throw any theory at something when there's really no support to hold it up. You can build anything when there's no established scaffolding. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. I wasn't expecting a full explanation. But, yeah. This feels... good art. Game's got good art. This game feels like... it feels like an idea that's desperately trying to find a game for itself. You know what I mean? Never quite got... I would love to see a from the ground up game. All made in one go for this idea. But yeah, every chapter felt like a different game. There was no real direction to the story. It just changed direction every time. And then we got to the ending, and then it happened, and it was like, ah, it must have been a purgatory thing. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this idea deserves a bit better than this. But it is a good idea. You know what I mean? It's a good idea. And a very good design. I've unlocked the seeing tool. I've unlocked the archive's bonus content. Marvelous. Yeah. It was an interesting experience. And now black screen. Spooky. It's like an old Super Nintendo game where the game ends and then it just sort of stops and you can't do anything. You have to reset the console. Or looking like it. Evidently they want me to play the game again, but not right now. The ink has taken over. We are the ink. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't really know what to think. I guess I'm closing this because there's nothing happening. Is that supposed to happen? Did I break it right at the end? Anyway, let's move some things around so we can do some doodling. We can doodle doodle. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, there's part of me that wants to do a full AU on this. So what was going on with, like, the idea of, like, civilizations living underground with the... And then there's the multiple Borises, and one of them's angry, and he's called Tom. And then there's an angel who's like an angel, but not an angel, but has broken horns, but is an angel who's better than the actual angel. And then... I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's... things get too specific for it to be symbolic, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it just moves on to something else immediately afterwards. Yeah, it's a weird experience. Right. Oh, I had Clip Studio open this whole time. And 0 dropped frames. Oh, yes. I need to move things around. Physically, actually have to move things around so that I can read chat while I'm drawing. We're going to doodle some Boris. Because why not? The Frame Man's very inconsistent. And that is part of their charm. They cannot be consistent, or consistency is the enemy of the Frame Man. This was very well planned. Okay, right. Yeah, we're gonna do some doodles. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can see why people definitely wanted to make fan art of this, because again, the idea is so much stronger than the game. And people, I can imagine, just want a bit more. Bit more of that. Doodle. Let's get some doodles. Boom. Nope. What's that there? It's a tiny little bendy head. Let me get rid of that. Where is it? It's here. Well, I can keep it there. Why not? There it is. Put him down here, having a good time. Why not? Little Bendy keeping us company, having a good time. We should get some music, probably. Cut up the, Yeah, the game seemed to sort of obsess around the idea of introducing more things that weren't relevant and giving a lot of explanation for those things, and then moving on to something else without actually going into the things that were sort of interesting to the center of the plot, and just introducing more characters and concepts. And like I said at the end of the last stream, was the end of this game written by David Cage. That's sort of how it developed. Ooh, there's some tunes. Let's look up the Bendy OST. Do you get this with the game? Probably not. Yeah. And don't know why you have to go watch the second stream. I don't think you really need to. Nothing in this stream related to the second stream, apart from the existence of Angel and second Boris. It does honestly feel like the chapters 3, 4, and the first half of chapter 5 had no relevancy to anything that had come before or subsequently. I don't know, it's weird. You missed that David Cage comment before, but now you're laughing. It just feels like that, you know? It's like this, if you just slimline it just enough to be focusing on the things that are significant, I feel like this game could have been really good. Mechanically, it's all over the place, but horror games have never had fixed mechanics, so that's understandable. Last chapter really did feel like a different game. They all did. Every chapter felt like it was changing the game. And this is an interesting thing about horror games, is a horror game is defined by how it makes you feel. You're right there, Bendy. Horror game is defined by how it makes you feel rather than any mechanics. So there are no fixed mechanics that make a horror game, and as a consequence you can get a lot of experiments and innovation and all that sort of stuff in a horror game. But evidently also you can get just weird things. A lack of focus, I guess. The first 4 chapters were definitely different, but they did sort of feel like they went together at least a bit. Yeah, I suppose. More so. At least you didn't have like full-on conversations with characters in the first 4 chapters. Yeah, chapter 5 has the action RPG sequence. It's just, yeah, weird. Chapter 4 was a boss rush, despite the fact that we hadn't had any bosses prior to that point. Yeah, it just felt like they kept thinking, what are we going to do next? What are we going to make interesting next? Forgetting what they did in the previous section. It feels like the epitome of an episodic game. Right, so let's draw some Boris. Boris is good. Wasn't all made in one go though, was it? I think it was made in bits. The chapters in the game were episodes released, I think, one by one. I've never tried to draw in this sort of old-timey cartoon style. It's interesting, most of the things that come up are fan art. Tried really going to try quite hard not to draw goofy here. Already influenced somewhat by the fan wants. All the more reason not to listen to the fans. Which one of the reasons you don't remember a whole lot? You did see everything, but it was as they were released. Oh, okay, fair enough. And your memory's bad. Oh, my memory's terrible. I still don't remember anyone's name in the game apart from Wally. See, have these with notches, don't they? Why does my eraser have so much stability on it? This is looking much more 90s than it is. Maybe your eraser's been working on its life. I know, and I'm jealous. Sammy, how could you forget Sammy? Sammy was the composer, right? Sometimes you should listen to fans, but not when it makes your story incohesive, incoherent, inconsistent. All of the inks, ironically. Get a big old grin. The A-Man composer, that's the only thing you took away from this game. Like I say, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to be said for coming up with an idea and going with it. And maybe making things episodic is not conducive to that. Oops. Gels should go in the background. Hopefully none of this gets copyrighted. Yeah, I just have this sort of distinct feeling of lacking, in a sense. Again, it's an idea searching for a game to exist in the same way that it's souls trying to find a body, or bodies trying to find a soul. Only the other way around, I guess. So we got to do a full ZU for this. How much of this are we going to keep and go throw away, though? That's the thing. This also doesn't look anything like Boris. Wasn't Boris supposed to be a wolf? Still not entirely sure what's going on there. Head needs to be bigger. Yeah, good enough. Do you know what? To sort of follow on from my little analogy, and again, this is just a half-baked idea that popped into my head. It might be wrong, but this game feels like the opposite of Five Nights at Freddy's. You know what I mean? Like, they're both sort of horror things, and they both don't quite know what they're doing, but one of them is a solid new idea for a game that's trying to work its story out, and this is the other way around. It's a story trying to work a game out. But is it a story? I still don't know what the story is. Maybe it's not. Maybe the story's incoherent as well. Maybe it's just the idea. Keep the aesthetic, toss a lot of the rest. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. What would you do? Because it is a really cool idea. This idea of, you know, the old RBE Works era of cartoons and just things going very awry. And, you know, there were like demonic summoning symbols on the floor at the start of this game, and at the end of it was, I don't even know. Was that relevant? What? Was that a thing? What happened to the guy in the mask? We killed him. He popped up again and we killed him. But why? Who was he? Is it important? Yeah, it doesn't look anything like Boris. But maybe one of the reasons is they have that sonic eye thing. I feel like if you were like really into the get rid of the end. The ending isn't the problem, I don't think, because the ending would work perfectly well in a game that is implied allegorical and is implied to be a sort of a personal torment or an actual theoretical afterlife or whatever. But there's nothing like that in the game, really. There's nothing really exploring that concept. The closest we have is seeing our desk twice. That's the best we've got. Is seeing our desk twice. Henry doesn't seem to be tormented. Everyone else is tormented, but not Henry. We don't know anything about our character. Like, we used to work at an animation studio, and now we don't. Like, usually there's some sort of hint there to be. Maybe it isn't ours. Maybe it's the guy who ran the company, and he's just sort of dwelling on. Well, I don't know. Imagining how other people see his work, or I don't know. I don't really know. It's a crispy Boris. I'm gonna flip it. It wasn't as terrible as I thought it was gonna be. It's still not great. Yeah, there's usually enough meat of a question within the game such that an ending like that would give you pause for thought and to go over the things that you thought about in the game and go, oh, okay, maybe I can recontextualize this, but I don't really remember anything from the game being like that. There's nothing recontextualized from this. Maybe if I go back with the thing, it'll make more sense, but do I have to play the game twice to understand anything that happened in it? I don't want to feel. I don't want to seem down on the game, because I did enjoy my time with it, and the aesthetic is great. It's one of the best-looking horror games I've played in a long time. Just a wonderfully unique look and setting and feel. But yeah, I want it to be better. That's the crucial thing. There are plenty of bad games out there that I couldn't care less about, but this is something I want to be better. Meat of a question is a good out of context quote. It's I'm sure you can stick it on a t-shirt. Sell it at a Hot Topic. Yeah. I don't know. this design, little Bendy devil, is great. Also, he's actually supposed to be a devil, isn't he? I just realised that. That's probably why all of the titles of the films had hell in it. Yeah, he's actually supposed to be a devil. I mean, I knew it was clearly like, there's demons and devils and all these sorts of things, and Bendy has the horns and all that. But in the cartoons, he's supposed to be a devil as well, so that makes sense. And he realised, yeah, again, like it's just... Bendy is annoyed that I was more interested in Boris. I do want to see a Bendy cartoon. that is one thing I do want to see. This is not a good Bendy. The only thing I've drawn today is Griff. I love how two people, Miss and Chibi, both pointed out that he has a punchable, invisible face. That's an achievement I didn't think I would achieve. I love how I've typed in Bendy and the Ink Machine into DuckDuckGo, and which is quirky with its results. It must be said. But most of the results in the image are for merchandise. So, I think that sums this game up a little bit, doesn't it? Fantastic start, wonderful way to sell things, but didn't really know where it was going. So smug for someone without a face. Yeah, it's an achievement. Have another crack at this Boris. He looks like he's got a floppy head. So let's work that out. So yeah, what are other people's thoughts? I know some of you didn't see the whole thing, so that's fair enough. I'm interested to hear. Do you know, I as a podcast idea I've been wanting to do for a while, where I take a thing, a game or a film or whatever. Exciting times. And I get a friend and we just talk about the things we like, the things we don't like, and the things we change, and try and work out what one change would be the most sort of positive impact. I feel like this is perfect for that. Quite like the minimalism of the soundtrack a lot of the time. It's coming dangerously close to Goofy territory. I'm giving it a try. I think this game would have been better playing as it came out. It was exciting to keep up with at the time, to see theories based on context clues confirmed and denied at the time, as the game played in a big chunk here kind of lacked. Maybe that ties into it. Maybe rather than the game trying to pander to the audience, maybe if you have an audience constantly trying to guess what's happening, they're like, we should try and do something they won't expect. And then it ends up making something that's not exactly coherent. I don't know. This game is a big ol' heap of I don't know. Big ol' heaping handful. That's a bit better. I'm happy with that. I think the hype helped, and the time between each installment gave folks time to come up with theories and thoughts. Is that maybe it? Is that maybe by only existing in the game, in what is given, the lack of substituted story? The lack of invented headcanon makes this game feel like it doesn't have a story of its own. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe the story just doesn't have a story of its own. The game doesn't have a story of its own, and people theorizing and thinking they know where things are going and all that was what kept it going in the first place. Bendy judges. Bendy does a lot of judging. Shows have that problem a lot lately. They want to make it unexpected, and they make something that makes no sense. Like I say, I feel like I really want to see a Bendy game just made in one go. Just because I feel like it'll be so much better. This is such a good idea here. Sorry, I was just had a very depressing thought. Just that I feel like the Citadel of Chaos had a more consistent story than this game did. Is that cruel? I don't think it's cruel. It's an unnecessary comparison, but because like there are at least like leads to follow in there, things that connected to other things later on, things mentioned in the Citadel that popped up later. Was there any mention of anything later in the game earlier? Like we saw Projector Head briefly, and then we fought him, and then he died. That's about it really. I think that's the only thing that sort of was foreshadowed. So I was just because whenever I try and criticize something, I always want to make sure that I'm holding myself to the same standards. And I thought, is there anything in my stuff that falls under the same criticisms? Always like self-reflection, because you tend to miss these things when you're working on stuff. And And I do tend personally to sort of focus on trying to make things that have through lines, and do you remember this thing from before? Now it's going to crop up again, and all that sort of stuff. Outliers stories coming soon. TM. But yeah, I was just thinking of the Citadel of Chaos, and I thought, well, that was an underwhelming story. How does that compare? And oddly unfavourably. Just as a thought, I haven't seen Stream 2, but based on this one and the first one, you take out the good versions of the characters, like the second Alice Angel and second Boris, because without that it seemed more the characters people that's still in their studio are people who got way too obsessed with their jobs, which seemed to be what they were going for with the Sammy and Joey Drew. Yeah. Like, I can see this sort of being... Yeah, if you just wanted to focus on a story of obsession, of like, hey, maybe this isn't real, but it's emblematic of the demons that you create by getting obsessed with something. Maybe? Yeah, I do feel like I am utterly baffled as to why there was a good Angel and another Boris. Other than... Oh no, I know why. It's because they came up at the end of part 4. They were cliffhangers. That's why they exist. They were cliffhangers. In the same way that Boris was at the end of part 1, I think. Part 1, part 2. Part 2. He was the end of part 2. Yeah, the original Boris was a cliffhanger at the end of part 2. The other two were a cliffhanger at the end of part 4. Only, I mean, to be fair, Boris's story didn't really go anywhere, but that's not his fault. He was killed. That's a bit of a sad realization. And it's like, Chapter 5 felt like it was constantly telling me, or the characters in Chapter 5 were constantly telling me, my character, find out why you're here. You need to understand why you're here. As if, like, it should be obvious, but you haven't worked it out yet. You're hiding it from yourself. You need to just remember, or something like that. And then you got to the end and it didn't tell me. It's like, well, I guess it's fitting, but... As a game, I would say Chapter 4 is probably the best. Maybe? Chapter 1 and 2 were the most coherent. Sorry, I'm looking for reference for what's going on at the bottom down here. Answer, not a clue. I don't even know how cartoon legs work, let alone real ones. It's looking a little bit rabbit-like. I'm trying to make it not goofy and he turns into Bugs Bunny. He is fun to draw though. Recommend it. If anyone wants a fun thing to draw Boris. That could work with the obsession thing. Lying to yourself about having an obsession, it's not so bad, but then you have the ending and it seems like Henry wasn't really the one with any problems, he just got stuck there for a bit. Did he? I thought he left his job. Or maybe that was just a consequence of the studio shutting down. Don't know. But like the conclusion of the gameplay was showing Bendy the end. But if this is all long, oh maybe it's. Maybe if the implication is that the company sort of went bust due to better things coming along or whatever, that he's sort of worried that Bendy didn't have their sort of swan song, they didn't have their end, and is a consequence just sort of sticking around unfinished. Maybe that's something. I don't know. Left his job, but the remember why you're here seems to fall in line with him being obsessed with his job, which doesn't really connect. I've made another connection. This game has so many bits of pieces of information that don't connect up that you can kind of just form your own narrative with bits that you want to think about. And my brain immediately thought, what's that like? Is there an analogy for that? Oh yeah, like an ink blot test. This is a Rorschach test, this game. So many ink relations. What story do you want to see? I'm gonna get rid of this. This one's terrible. I like the other two. I never like throwing anything away. Hide, go, right. Let's do, do you know? Archetypes ahoy. I'm gonna do my typical drawing. It's a hug. I've sort of realised you've got the little devil, and you got the big idiot. It's Malachi and M. No ideas are original. Now we get to see Mal and M cosplaying as Bendy and Boris. Well, there's a drawing to keep in mind. I'm always trying to think of ways to draw the outliers in different styles, because they sort of their current incarnation is that they exist in any franchise, so I can draw them in whatever style I want. So I'm thinking maybe how could I make them in a Bendy style? Clearly this is the Mal and this is the M, but we'll work it out from there. I always have trouble with smiles. Like open-mouthed smiles. Never get them to look right. Send them to a couple of yoga classes, they'll get fairly bendy. I reckon Mal's probably quite flexible, and M would just fall over constantly. That'd be my guess. But I can absolutely see why, like, people obsessed over this, particularly as it was coming out, and they didn't know what was going to come next and all that sort of stuff. I guess I kind of missed that. I would have liked to have been part of that, I guess. Because it seems more satisfying than what I actually got. Again, I know I've mentioned this several times. But thank you again to Ragdoll for gifting me this last Christmas. I'm pretty sure it was Ragdoll. Apologies if I got that wrong. And it was absolutely a wonderful gift, and I'm very, very pleased I played it. I should stop ending sentences with I start enough of them with it. Feel free to let there be a pause. Pause! Didn't know your brain is bacon soup today. That's alright, I can't remember what I just said. I literally can't remember what I just said. So clearly mine is too. What did I say? I was saying something about but what was before that? Apart from, thank you very much, Ragdoll. Warning, flashing lights. There's flashing lights even in my fan art. Yeah, did this game have a flashing light warning? I don't think it did. Right. I think that's something that's quite nice about a game where everything's made of ink. You don't really need to worry too much about details. Because in the end, it's all going to go in silhouette. Really lends itself to the rubber hose style. It's again, there's so many cool things in this game of just like turning that sort of old 2D animation style into something that works in 3D. And This game has so much going for it. Just did itself no favours. It's a true Final Fantasy VIII. If that's the right term for that style of animation. Yeah, rubber hosing is stretchy in-betweens and all that sort of stuff, which is very cool. Absolutely the type of drawing and animation that is complete opposite of my style, which is very rigid. I likes me a structure. Rubber hosing and all that. There's one of the reasons I actually I did October & Co. in the way that I did that. Was trying to do a little bit more bendy stuff. Hasn't really gone there. Occasionally it works. The blob's good for that. Who still doesn't have a name. Oh. That'll do, it's a thing. Oh, hang on. Let's get out through that. Yep. Sketchy, inky blotty. Don't need to worry too much. So this was a cool sequence. It mechanically got annoying, as is true of so many parts of this game. But yeah, Projector Head was cool. I did say at the time, you know, it is just sticking an inanimate object on the head of a humanoid the laziest way of making a horror creature. But I guess maybe not. So this was actually the projectionist. I believe it's called the projectionist. But it's the actual person who ran the projector. Or is it? Who knows? After that ending. Make it goopy, make it drippy. This is a speaker they have on their chest. And there was just this really cool section with the projectionist because it was really dark and you were going through these corridors with projectors just set up on the walls. And I hoped for a kind of moment where it's like you're looking at a projection on a wall, but then you realise, hang on, there's actually no projector here, and then you turn around and then he's there. Yeah, vague memories of watching this fight many years ago. It's not even a fight, you just got to avoid him. Stay out of line of sight, even though he'd managed to chase me without seeing me. In the end, I just death warped. Turns out death warping in this game, really quick. Better than actually playing the game. Many years ago, he said vague memory. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. And there's those rising violins. Those annoy me so much. Bloody rising violins, you hear them everywhere. That's not a complaint of this game, though. That's just lazy scoring. Well, not lazy. It works. It does the job. How far apart did these episodes come, by the way? Anyone know? After that section with the Three Stooges, violence can go fucking. Yes. You felt like you were complaining so much about that while you were playing that section, but they really made you jump every single time. That's absolutely fair. Like I say, I think this might be the scariest game we play in Spooky Season. So, understand if there are some spooks along the way. I have too many games to play in Spooky Season. I bought today, on GOG, they had the original Alone in the Dark trilogy. Like, for MS-DOS. I really want to play those. You can buy them for like £1. And I'm not going to have time to do that, as well as all the other things I wanted to do. So... oh no, that was the head. Yeah, there we are. Googles Bendy installment release dates and finds out there is a new game being made and released in installments. No, that's the opposite of what I wanted. No. Hopefully they have a clear idea of where they're going this time. I don't mind games being released in installments so long as I mean, you don't have to be, hard and fast with it. But so long as you're not going to completely change tack halfway through, or you're just going in blind, There's a lot of good old games on GOG. Absolutely, I've got quite a few at this point. Because they're always so cheap. I could probably just play exclusively really old games for ages. Not a particularly good drawing, but it does the job. There is something quite nice about drawing black on sepia. What other games have got planned? Secrets! I'm gonna spend winter breaks playing just so many RPGs. I don't have that many RPGs. I think I RPG'd myself out. And I'm now looking for good short games, you know what I mean? But absolutely go ahead. I wish you the best of luck. Get complete escapism. The first installment of the Ink Machine was released February 2017. Chapter 5 was released October 2018. That's a pretty quick turnaround for 5 chapters. Yeah, a year and a half. I mean, I don't know how long it took to make chapter 1. But, you know, there were... It wasn't like asset reuse all the way through. There were new areas, new environments, new... Well, I was going to say new creatures, were there? Not really. Oh, there was Watermelon Head. Bendy in the Dark Revival. Oh dear. Watermelon Head. It was just, you know those inky ghosty things that come out of puddles in the floor? There was just one of those with the watermelon on its head. I'm not sure what it was supposed to be, but it really looked like a watermelon. And they killed me. They're very strong. So yeah. General synopsis of having played Bendy in the Ink Machine. This drawing here was the most satisfaction I got out of it. No, it's just, I don't know. Ah, it's one of those things. I want it to be good. I want it to be good. And it has to be already good enough for you to want that. They absorb the watermelon's powers, I know. 10 minutes, what else can I doodle? What else did I like in the game? What was that mirror about? Oh, the glass. What the hell was that? Was that just a way of getting you out of the prison? I mean, I guess, like I say, you can go back at the beginning of the game and see other notes, but... You have to play the game again to know what an integral MacGuffin at the end of the game was about? It's weird. A weird game. I've also just realised one of the first comics I made with M involved shadow puppets. Nothing is original. Were there any other designs that really shone? If you pardon the expression. Another thing Em and Boris got in common. They're friends. Em and Boris would definitely be friends. Can't forget the most important thing in the game. Cans and cans of bacon soup. Oh, hang on, that's one thing I want to look up. Does the music stop? YouTube. Honestly. Actually, this might... Yeah, I'm gonna skip this because it's probably copyrighted. I'm gonna skip that. It's a song. It's always songs that get copyright struck. Bacon soup, aku oop. Love some good aku oop. I was gonna look something up. What was it? Oh yes, I want to look up the. See, this is one of the things. Like, I feel like I was pretty thorough with that game. I have less than half of the achievements. I have 38% of the achievements. And like, I know I didn't go with the... Oh, there was another... Oh, I guess that was in stream 1. There was 2 doors, one with angel, one with devil on it. I went with the devil one. Not sure what the difference is. That's probably something. But like less than half? And they're all hidden. There's no way of me knowing what they are. Nope, that just stopped. This isn't an OST, this has got things in it that are completely unrelated. It's got dialogue in it. Well, this is not an OST, go away. How dare you, whoever made that. That'll do. Righty-ho, so, more doodles. One last doodle, probably. Bendy is such a good design. Such a good design. Also, I actually just want to watch cartoons of Bendy. I know they only had little snippets in the game, but I feel like they could be good. Could make good cartoons. A little actual devil running around causing mischief. Does Bendy have a neck? The cardboard cutouts don't give him a neck. Another thing I've just realised. Wesley, Wesley. Hello, Dark. Hello, how you doing? Your brain said it was Monday today for some reason, but you're not at work, you guess. Oh, because you're not at work. How you doing? We finished Bendy in the ink machine. It was... questionable? I guess I had a lot of questions, so yeah, that's the word. Those violins. But yeah, don't worry about, I know I've said this before, but don't worry about, you know, if you want to stream at the same time as me streaming, go ahead. I'm not gonna not gonna stop you. Have a grand old time. Sorry Skyrim wasn't working out for you, but that's why you stream, because you're not used to being work on Sunday, so that means it's Monday, of course. Nah, you do you. I do not hold a monopoly on streaming. I know it may be obvious, but I'd like to point it out anyway. I know. You thought I was the all-powerful Crispy in charge of time and streaming, but no. If I was in charge, Mixer would still be alive. Isolde's Remnant, which is much more demanding, runs smoothly. Oh well, let's just stream some Jack tomorrow and head chibs. It's the chibs! Honestly, the thing that killed it was how hard they made it to get partnered. I didn't know how they were making any money at all. I just assumed that aggressive monetization was coming around the corner, but apparently no, just closing down was coming around the corner. Oh hum. They don't even have a website now, it just redirects you to Facebook. The problem is, it's just expensive to stream. It's just like having all the servers. It's not really something a small startup can do. Missed the bits of Mixer that worked. Yeah. To be fair, most of the time we're on Mixer, Miss couldn't even watch. And that's a bit unfair. How do you do the big chunky cartoon hands? I don't know. Not like this, that's for sure. Yeah, it doesn't quite work as a drawing. Probably should have planned it out before actually rendering it, but here we go. Like it was 1,000 followers or something along with the consistent streaming. What is it for Twitch? 100 followers? I don't think there's a follower thing, is there? It's been a while. I mean, partnering is really hard. You need like an average of 75 viewers per stream. You have to stream 12 hours a week and you have to do all that sort of stuff. For Twitch, there's getting verified, I think. Which is you can get your subs and then getting partner. Yeah, there's becoming an affiliate, which is what I am, which allows for subs. I have emotes, that sort of thing. Not that we use them, because hey, there are better ways to support me and better ways to avoid Bezos. But yeah, but then there's partner, which is like a bigger one. Oh yeah, let's not forget the other important character in this trio. Who are we looking at? You have these cute ones because you were gifted a sub on another artist's stream. Oh, very nice. Speaking of giving money to Bezos, I mean, I don't know how much of it actually goes to Amazon. I can't imagine Twitch is that profitable, to be honest. But bacon soup. Verified is just a consistent streaming viewer count. Partner does that, but more. You get a bigger cut from being partnered, and you're more likely to get brand deals and stuff. Yeah, it's 50% of any affiliate stream. If you sub to them, 50% of that sub goes to them. 50% of it goes to Twitch. Well, roughly 50% goes to them because there's also transaction fees, that's the one I'm looking for, but obviously that's out of Twitch's control. That's PayPal. So that goes to Musk. Doesn't he own PayPal? It's all billionaires. Yeah, gifted subs pretty much every time they run out. That's nice. I don't think I have any subs, but that's fine. Especially now, that the only reason I'd have subs is to get emotes or to support the person, and if I wanted to support the person, I'd support them through other means. Which is why I set up the Patreon, and now I get to do Patreon things. And I am working, by the way, I am working on more Patreon stuff that is just like works in progress and time lapses and projects and behind the scenes and all that sort of stuff. So Patreon things will happen, although I am stopping stickers at the end of the year. So focus more on digital stuff. Time lapses, yes. So like one-off bits of art, do time lapses for that. Might maybe do time lapses for comics as well. Some ideas. There's also some little tutorial things. There's a couple of little things that I've worked out for myself, and I've written them down as like, hey, do a little tutorial for Patreon stuff. Ways of. There's this really nice thing that I found out for October, which is ways of doing shading but not dulling the colors, and it's a bit fiddly to do. But once you know how to do it, it requires no effort. So I'm excited to talk about that. I'm sure it's really obvious to most people, but anyway, it just required a bit of abstract thought. there's also a bunch of stuff on like how to cheat using perspective. One of the first pieces of art I want to do is I have this old. Does anyone know the game Off? I have this old picture I did of the outliers in the style of Off, and I want to redo that, but with like good perspective and stuff. And I think I could probably use that as a kind of mini tutorial-y thing to draw things and people in perspective and stuff. So I'll work on that at some point. You're very exciting. We know that. You are exciting. Off is weird. Off is one of those. Off is a janky game, and I feel like Off also didn't know what it was supposed to be as it was getting to the end of it, but there was enough there. There was enough there. Like that's Off is chaotic good. You are exciting. Have you seen your animatics and your AUs and all your good stuff? And not just your output, just your giggles. They're exciting. Everyone should sub to Jesse Cox because he is a one-time thing and you get them forever. Gave me the middle finger to Twitch when they asked him to change it. How did he manage that? Seems a bit weird. Like the giggles, you should play Among Us with us. I think I was giggling the entire time. I will absolutely play it with you. Just let me know. I'm free most times. Oh yeah, I also have more games I want to test with people. I've spent the entire weekend working on. Hang on. Working on. As you can probably see here, randomized chess. I came up with an idea for a set of cards you could use to make a randomized version of chess, and then from that point on, I just made it more and more chaotic. So I got to the point where I've started making my own shapes of board. Yeah, so like play a game of chess where this is the board, and you don't know what any of your pieces do, and you just gotta work it out. It's complete chaos. Anyway, more on that in the future. There's dice for randomized chess. I'm randomizing everything. I'm randomizing the board state. I'm randomizing the win conditions for each person. The movement modifiers for the movement. It's a lot of chaos. It's a lot of fun, hopefully. More games. Yes, I also have 2 other games that you can play on a chessboard that I'm trying to work out. There's a train game and a game about fighting in mechs on the surface of Mars. It's all just a chessboard, really. Oh, he had it in place when Twitch started. Oh, okay. But yes, I will play Among Us with us among you. I will play Among Us among you. Free most times except when I'm not. I'm free almost entirely on the evenings that I'm not streaming. But that's 3, so 3 out of 7. It's all just a chessboard, really. Followed by a picture of me just shrugging. You won't be free this week, but if you want to test some games out next week, you'll be up for it. Absolutely. Whenever anyone wants to have a crack at testing games with me. I've also think I fixed some of the problems with the card game, the Patrons card game that we played. Let me get back to this. I like this picture. Then you stand by dead with daylight, dead by daylight. Dead upon daylight. Dead included in the package of daylight. The art card game, the one where you're artists and you're trying to make things to impress patrons. You remember the one that we were throwing pots at each other? Even though it's just a card game. I love an evocative theme. Yeah, that one, yeah. And we ended up drawing, and it was a bit unsatisfying, and I've worked out how to solve that now. Anyway, this music's getting very extreme. We should end the stream. Thank you for coming along. So, in conclusion, Bendy in the Ink Machine. Bit of a weird one. An idea... What was it I said? An idea desperately trying to find a game to fit in. I think that's the feeling. Can't wait to throw some more potsy. I'm still not sure I've made it fun, but I've made it less annoying. So I gotta work that out. Yeah, I think there's probably some architecture I can get rid of that's just dragging it down. Anyway, enough of that. Oh, and the discard pile is probably a good idea. This isn't making sense to anyone but Chibi. And even then, it's questionable, because why should they remember something we did like a month ago? Looked like it was trying a Bioshock thing from what I saw. The Bioshocky bits worked, but then if it turned out not to be real, what's the point? Like the thing with Bioshock was, with the possible exception of Infinite, is that it's a thing, it's a place, it is happening. That's kind of the point. And in this, it's not. Maybe not. Makes sense to me. We had fun, threw some pots at each other, turned some cats upside down. What was that? I can't remember that. See, now I'm forgetting things. What games did we play? Nah, my brain. It's terrible. Little cats? Oh, the cats! Oh, yeah, the actual cats, yes. Well, not actual cats, they're lamps. I was like, what part of the themes of the game had cats in it? Which is a severe problem with my game design. There are so far no cats. Nor dogs to pet. I can change that. Yes. Also, it's slightly disconcerting. I've just seen the thumbnail for that Bendy in the Dark revival trailer. And it is the character who I said was completely pointless in this game. It's not a promising start. But anywho, spoilers, it doesn't look brill. Oh, come on. There's a really good game in here somewhere. There is. On the Remnant permadeath, that would be another fun one to do. See if there's any randomizers yet. I mean, the game is already kind of randomly generated, isn't it? Yeah, no, if anyone else wants to mess around with playing games, most of the games I come up with are 2-player, which is a bit annoying, but do you want to know about cat lamps? I will send you a cat lamp. Nah, it's just the thing in the Steam Workshop. It's got nothing to do with my games. I just thought I'd include it somewhere, because why not? It's good. Yeah. Enough of that. Bloody bloody blah. Bone Trousel. Thank you everyone for coming along. Thank you for hopefully enjoying the game. It's a good game, but it's a bit... yeah. I want it to be better. I want it to be better. Thank you for coming to stream. Have a wonderful time, everyone. There might be a dark stream tomorrow. Who knows? Hopefully Skyrim works a little better. And I'm going to be streaming next on the Final Fantasy VIII draw-through on Tuesday, where we see what happens when our students get back from their exams. Oh, that picture's still there. Hang on. There we go. Right. Tomorrow is actually Monday. Yes, it is Sunday today. It is Monday tomorrow. Almost forgot what I was saying halfway through it there. More horrible trash outfit Kyle. Kyle will definitely be drawn. Samurai Jack tomorrow because it's fun and works. Marvellous. There we go. Yeah. So, Final Fantasy VIII Tuesday, bit of Samurai Jack tomorrow. New horror game on Wednesday. Not sure whether we might do some one-offs for a bit. Poke our heads into some horror games. We might go back to Little Nightmares, because we played that once. We did a one-off stream of that last year. Might do a little bit more. See how many Halloweens it takes to finish. Or Octobers, I should say. Anyway, thank you for coming along. Hope you had a good time. I'll see you around. The Nightmare 2 has been announced. I thought it came out. Probably not. My memory's terrible. I do remember one thing though, and that is I need to leave. Goodbye.